All right, so fundamentally, in terms of what makes a good feature, we need to talk about finding one and describing one. And today, we're going to talk about the notion of finding these features, sometimes referred to as interest points. And these are going to be defined to be the points in the image that would likely make good features, that is, ones that satisfy all those criteria we just talked about. So let's start thinking about an image pattern. And imagine you're looking at a large black square against a white wall, okay? Would the middle of the square be a good interest point? Megan, what do you think?
Yes.
Wrong. No. Look, remember one of the things we need to do is be able to precisely locate this? Well, in order to try to find the middle of some big square, there's like nothing there. It's all black. I wouldn't know where to land. Okay, well, what about along the edge? Would a point along the edge be a good interest point? Megan, what do you think?
Yes.
No! Look, okay, so if my edge was vertical, we're going to do this in a minute. If my edge were vertical, I could tell which way to move left and right. But as I move up and down, nothing would really change, right? I just have black on the one side, white on the other side, and this edge in the middle, and I wouldn't be able to tell where that point lands. Okay, you ready, Megan? 2 strikes. What about the top left-hand corner? Would that be a good point?
Yes.
Yes, she got it right. Swings and hits a home run. Well, a triple. That seems pretty good, right? The idea is that I know exactly where that point is. If I told you go point to the top left-hand corner, you'd know where it was. Whereas if I said go point to the middle of the square, the exact middle, you'd look at it and say, I don't know. You'd have to get Megan, and she wouldn't know either, and she'd say, oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, okay, so let's take a look at this. All right, so this really is the basic idea of corner detection, all right? So here I have a black, sort of zoomed in on a black kind of rounded square against a white background, where this brown little square is, right? I could move that square up and down or left and right, and basically the pixels underneath that square wouldn't change very much. That's what's referred to as a flat region. That is, that there's no change in the intensity. Well, here's our edge, okay? So now we've put our square over the edge. So what do we see? Well, it's the same thing we talked about before. Now I can know about moving left and right. I would know exactly more or less where that edge is. But if I were to move up and down, okay, I wouldn't be able to see any difference because there would be no change. So finally, what do we get to? Aha, we get to corners, okay? And the idea is that in the corner, basically because I have gradients in more than one direction, no matter how I were to translate that square, the pattern underneath the square will change. And so I can know when I've lined up exactly where I was before, right? So there's this idea that we need the gradients to have more than one direction.